Hello, this is part 2 of how to play Marty solos in Hangar 18, and I just have to apologise. Part 1 I made a mistake in this lick. I said you let the string go down. That's not right, it's... And anyone with 2 ears will probably hear that, and I don't know why. I mean, I've known how to play that for 100 years, but I guess maybe I just didn't listen to it before making the video, and I hadn't actually played that solo for a while, so that's probably why. But anyway, here's part 2. The first solo starts on the G string at the 17th fret, bending up to a D. And then you play the E on the B string at the 17th fret. And then you do like a little half bend here. It's very, very subtle the way Marty does it, so it's really difficult to replicate, but I mean, it's like... And when it's up on the E, then you take your other finger while it's still bent and play the next fret, and then let it go down again. And then back to the D, which is fret 15 on the B string. And then you bend up here at the 18th fret. And then you do a hammer-on pull-off. Then he does that big vibrato there. Then the next solo, it starts on the 15th fret on the E string, and it's spinning up to the 17th fret. And then you play the 13th on the E string, 17th on the B string, 15th on the B string, and 14th on the G string. And then you play the octave, which is the E string at the 17th fret, and then move it up 1 fret. And then there's like a little run here that starts on the 13th fret on the B string. It says 13, 15, 17, and then the E string, 13, 15, 17. And then he slides up to the 19th fret and pulls off to the 16th. And then you play the 18th on the B string with a sweep going into the 19th on the G string. And then you pull off to the 16th on the G string. And then he plays this little thing that Marty does all the time, where you play through one string and play the next string directly below, which is like a little mini sweep or economy picking kind of thing. But it starts here on the 18th fret on the D string, and you play through it, and you play the 16th on the G string, and then you play an upstroke on the 19th fret on the G string. So it's like... I don't know if you can see my picking hand here, but it's like all one motion, the first two. And then you pick up. He uses that all the time, Marty. And then here you have to be a little bit quick, because what he does is he changes the position. He plays the same note but changes the position. So it goes to the 19th, and then he downpicks again on the 19th, but changes his finger. And then you play the same kind of pattern again, where you pick through the string. So it's... And then pick through the string to the 18th, and then upstroke the 21st on the B string. And then you bend up from the 20th fret to the 22nd. And now we come to the first proper solo, which is in the little break the Marty plays, and it starts with a C sharp 7 arpeggio. I play it with a sweep, but you don't have to. You can just pick it if you want. But it basically starts at the 9th fret on the bottom E string, 8 on the A, 11 on the A, 9 on the D, 11 on the D, 10 on the G, 9 on the B, 12 on the B, 9 on the E, 13 on the E, and then back down. And then you have to... That's 15 on the B, and 12 on the D. Slide down to the 10th, 13th on the B, 10th on the D, and then 9th on the D, 12th on the B, and then you slide up to the 15th and pull off, and then you play the 15th on the D, pull off to the 12th, slide down to the 10th, and slide up to the 12th again. And then you play the 14th on the G, 11th on the G, 12th on the G, pull off to the 11th again, then play the 13th on the D, and then 12th on D. Now you play the 10th on the B, and you play the 14th on the top E, then you slide up to the 17th, pull off back to the 14th, then you sweep the 16th, 17th, 16th for the B, 17th on the G, then you do the same kind of shape, 7th on the B, and then you play the 11th on the E, slide up to the 14th, pull off to the 11th, then you play the 13th on the B and sweep to the 14th on the G. So, and the next lick is like a little sweep. You play the 12th on the D string with your first finger, hammer on to the 11th, then you sweep to the 12th on the G, 13th on the B, 11th on the E, and then you play 15th and 14th it is. And then you play the same kind of shape but on the B string from the 13th, 16th, 15th, and then the 14th, 17th, and 16th on the G. So you slide up to around the sort of 18th or something. And you pick the 14th fret on the E, 15th, 11th, it's pretty easy to work out, so I don't know if I'll have to go through it again. And as soon as you come down to here, then you play the 6th, and you play the 5th and hammer onto the 6th and pull off. And then you play the 8th on the B string, 5th, 8th, and then you have to do a little pre-bend and let it down. And that's at the 9th fret on the B string. And then there's this little lick that comes here now, and then you play the 7th, 8th, hammer on to the 10th, and pull off again. And then you play the 8th on the G string, and hammer on, pull off at the 7th, 8th on the B. Then you play the same kind of shape again, but at the 10th now on the B string, 11th, and then the 13th, and then you play the 12th on the G. So it's, then you play the same kind of thing again here, but then the 11th, and it's a little bit different this time. It's 11th, 15th, 16th, so it's, but then it's a bit different here, because then you play 15 and pull off the 13th. And then you play the 15th and the 13th again there. And then you play 15, 16, 14th on the E, 15, 17, and then you bend up, all the way up here. Now the next solo, you slide up the 12th on the D string, you You play the 11th on the G string, 12th on the G string, 10th on the B string, then you play the 13th on the B string and pull off to the 10th again, and play 15, 14, 15. And then the next bit is play the 10th on the E string, and then you play a hammer-on pull-off here, 14th, 15, 14th. And then you pull up from the 13th on the B string back to the 10th. And then you slide up as far as you can go on the B string. And then do some trills here from the 10th to the 13th. And then you do the 7th to the 8th. You actually just bend it half a tone. And then play the 5th on the G. Okay, next bit, you play the 12th, 13th on the D, 11th on the G. Then you play the 14th, 13th, 14th, 11th, 12th, pull off back to 11th, 13th, and then 12th on the G, on the D. And then you have to hit this, which is 15th on the E, top E, and pull off to the 11th. And then you play the 13th on the B with a sweep, and the 14th on the G, and then pull off to the 11th on the G. And then you play the 13th, 14th on the G, 13th on the B, 16th on the B. The first time you hammer on from the 13th to the 14th, and the second time you pick them both. So it's and here comes this little funny thing again. You hammer on from the 15th on the B string to the 16th, and then you have to rake across the strings with an upstroke. So you play the 17th on the top E and play through it back to the B, and then you pull off again and slide down to the 13th from the 15th. That's also a very, very Marty-esque thing to do. And then after you've played that, then you bend up on the G string from the 16th all the way up to the D, which is the 19th. And then you pull off back down to the 14th. And then you slide up to the 17th, and then you slide up to the 20th, 19th on the B, and then you slide down to the 13th here on the B, then you hammer on to the 15th and pull off, and then you play the 14th on the G, again with one stroke, play through the string and play the 13th on the B again. And then do the upstroke and hit the 15th on the B. So it's you can see my pinky hand there. You have to be quite aggressive with the picking as well, because Marty's very aggressive. So that's the first lick. And then it does the same again here. He goes down to the 12th, hammer on to the 13th and pull off. Then 14th on the G and play through it again. And upstroke the 13th. And then he moves this down. Then it's the 10th to 12th, 13th. So. And then it's down to the 8th to the 10th, 11th. So it's. And then he plays the 12th again here. Then he plays that lick. So it's 8, 10, 12, and then pull off. So he plays. Then he plays. So he plays the 10th, pulls off to the 8th, plays the 12th on the B string, then plays the 8th on the E string and slides down to the 7th. Then he plays the 10th on the B, then he plays the hammer on pull off on the E at the 7th, 8th, and then plays the 10th on the B, pulls off to the 8th, and pulls off to the 7th. And then here on the record, it goes like this. But it's impossible to play that at that speed. To play 10, 10, 10, 10. So I've given up trying to play that. And I just go and do like a rake across the strings. 10, 10. He pulls off to the 7th. So it's 10, 10. Pulled off to the 7th. 9, 7. And then bend up to 9. And then down to the 7th here on the G. So altogether, that lick, it's. But if it was right, if it was like the record, it'd be like. But it's extremely difficult to play that at speed. So yeah, I recommend just trying to play it like I do, which is kind of like a bit of a cheat, but close enough. Cheers!